where there's a racist, there's a way. And where there's a mighty God, there's a bill to be paid. Now my scarf sliding to the back. So maybe I should have kept it humble. Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well, swell, and all the things. This scarf been acting up since I even put her on. As far as my appearance, we're just gonna see where she goes, because today's story, it's a good one, okay? Typically, I don't say subscribe in the very beginning because I just be like, why you so thirsty? But, can I get a piece of a subscription? I don't know. I know we see the title, and I'm not gonna hold you guys. I'd be forgetting about this story because in my mind, it's not really a story. It's just like a little, a little finesse. If anything, it's really me making racism. It's making racism work for me. You dig what I see? I made a Karen pay my bills. And you know what? Like I cleared it. I don't know like what people's individual definition of a Karen is this day and age. Because Karen, when it originated, the word was just another way to say racist white woman. But now I feel like people use it for any like rowdy white woman. But today I'm talking about a racist white woman. You dig what I'm saying? That's what I'm using the word Karen for today. So follow me and let's get into this story, right? As some of you may or may not know, I do live in the South. In my particular city down here, it's really diverse. We have all kinds of cultures, all kinds of pockets of the city. It's just a whole big hodgepodge, melting pot, if you so choose to say, of different cultures and different people. So, you know, it's not that often that people are blatantly racist to your face because it's so many different cultures here. It's so many different people here. But however, there is a particular breed of ignorance. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. You know, it's not a whole lot of blatant racism. It is some though, don't get me wrong. It's the kind of racism where people of non-melanin descent, they're the like, you know, I don't see color. I don't see differences when I look at you and I. You know, I don't see all of that. And then they say the most racially, stereotypically charged, the most aggressive micro I've ever seen in my life out loud and smile in your face. But then when you tell people like that's a racist, you know, belief to behold, and now they joining Lucas. You know what I mean? It's ignorance and it is racist. You gotta understand it is racism, but it's like that ignorant, like I don't know no better. Like this is what my meme on them taught me, and I just thought this is what it was. That is the perfect way that I can describe my history teacher in junior year of high school. Let's get into the story, boo. I've said this a couple times in my videos, blah, blah, blah. We all know the story. I was in cosmetology in high school, blah, blah, blah. I had a junior year and senior year, and for both of those years, you had to pay for a cosmetology kit, which is, you know, the uniforms, the marcels, the pin curls, the clips, the flat iron, the blow dryer, all the things that come in your cosmetology kit, so on and so forth. I'm gonna preface this by saying I was poor. Now, our kit for junior year was like, I ain't gonna hold you, it was like $400. I was poor, okay? You gotta understand, I was very broke, financially downtrodden, in the trenches, if you will, the mud, some may say. 'Twas me, 'twas there, 'twas my life, and it is what it is. I ain't had no damn $400. But I had a dream, and that's all you need. Oh my god, bro, my scarf is sliding to the back. Y'all gonna have to give me a minute, baby, because I just can't with this. I had to abandon this scarf because I'm about to be moving around a lot, and you know what, I don't really want to think about all that. We were still able to get our kits and everything, but it was just a thing of, by the end of the year, you need to pay this $400 some odd. That's not no money I can ask my mom for. I kind of stopped asking my mom for money by the time I was in middle school because we was fucking poor. It was no point. In my mind, I'm like, all right, I gotta figure a way to get this money. This same year, I happened to have a history class with a particular non-melanated microaggressive specimen of a teacher whom we are going to call Miss Murillo, okay? And if you've ever seen Everybody Hates Chris, Miss Murillo is exactly the kind of teacher that I had in this history class. I'm not going to hold y'all. I don't really remember much from Miss Murillo's class as far as like what she taught us or like what we was doing in there. Like, I barely remember the class. The only thing that I remember is her ignorant ass. Literally every other class, she would make some little racist remarks, some little random comment, run off about a little woody woody woo. She just loves coming to school with black, underprivileged kids because she knows how hard it is to be a poor black Negro. And it's like, sister, every black person is not poor. I happen to be poor, so take me out of the equation. But every black person is not poor. Every black person isn't, underprivileged. Every black person isn't from a single family household. Every black person's father ain't in jail. Like, it was just like, what are you talking about? Like, we're literally in here trying to learn. Like, we're literally 15. Like, what are you talking about? That's not to say it don't get busy, with the trials and traumas and tribulations for 15-year-olds. But that's to say that literally everybody in that class was chilling. But nobody telling that white lady our business. So it just was like, however, a lot of the people that had her class, we would be talking amongst each other, like, especially the black people. We would for sure be talking like, yo, she's mad weird. Like, you heard what she said. And people that had her class during different blocks would be like, yes, because when we had her class, she was talking about da-da-da-da. But outside of her ignorance, she was alright. Like, I don't remember her being too amazing of a teacher, but I don't remember her being a bad teacher type shit. She just was a weirdo. But twixt the ignorant, racist comments, stereotypical, projecting, if you will, she would also bring up the fact that she had very rich friends. And she would always mention the fact that they were men too. She would be in there like, I have very rich, wealthy guy friends, and if you guys need any assistance, you know what I mean? Like, you can always come to me because I know you're poor, broke, hungry, fatherless. She ain't racist. She wasn't racist though. She wasn't racist. And at first, I ain't really paid no mind because I was just like, what that got to do with me? The year drags on. She's still ignorant. She's making her comments. She's saying her little things. Wooty wooty woo. Mind you, the clock is ticking down for me to pay this cosmetology bill. Okay? And so one day, in the peace of my night, I was minding my biz. And then all of a sudden, I had an idea. Some may say an idea, some may say a message from God. We need to get this white woman and her little rich ass friends to pay this bill. And for sure, you feel me? That started the quest. Depending on your viewpoint on reparations and making racism work for you and making the white woman sweat, it's how you gonna feel with the next steps that I took. But you gotta understand. You gotta understand where I'm coming from. Like, you don't gotta understand anything. You just gotta listen, because I don't know. What I decided to do was write my good Miss Ma'am, a little note. And I was just like, listen, she talking about we poor. She talking about we fatherless. She talking about we need help to reach our dreams. I'ma play on that. I'm for sure gonna play on that. Cause you wanna be racist, that's cute. And I want my bill paid. That's cuter. And I proceeded to write out, Dear Miss Morello, hi, I'm Angel. I'm in your so-and-so class. I know she fucking knew this, but you gotta understand, like, we're setting the scene, y'all. We're setting the scene for this white woman. It's not often that I share my business with people, and, I typically don't put my pain and hardship on Front Street. I come from poverty, and I don't have much money to get from A to B, and we don't even have a car. My father, he's a deadbeat for me. He don't got no, sometimes I got holes in my socks and dragging it, setting a scene for this white woman, for her to get into this pain and this, right, follow me, right? Eventually I got into the, but I wanted to do cosmetology to help me get my dreams and get some money and get some hope and some whatever. Basically, I told this white woman I have a dream, and betwixt you and I, my forefathers and my fathers and my mothers or whatever the fuck, one of these lifetimes or whatever, we gonna kick it. You know what Martin said. I definitely asked for a little bit more than what I needed. It wasn't that much more. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not greedy with it. The bill was like $480 something. So like I think I asked for like $500 just to go ahead and get it out the way. Just to get it out the way. I wrapped the end of the letter off with like, look, shorty, I got this bill. This bill need to be paid. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about you and your boys. You be talking about with all this money, this breach, this Skrilla, and things like that. But if you trying to spread it around to this humble, poor, down on her luck, black woman, I'll be open to whatever you trying. You feel me? If you trying, you feel me? That's not what I said verbatim, but that's what I said. I signed the note. I was like, write me back. I'm gonna keep it twisted. You and I didn't tell nobody about this, mind you, because I'm scheming. You can't tell your schemes mid-scheme. That's not how it works. I put the note in the envelope, wrapped it all up, kissed it. I'm like, Jesus, please. I go to Miss Marilla. I'm like, hey, how are you doing? She's like, oh, good. How are you? I'm good. And I was like, can I give you this note? Like, this is just between you and I, whatever. It's okay if I give you this. She was like, yeah, it's okay. I give her the note. She grabs it. I leaves. It's above me now. And in my heart, I was hopeful. I was hopeful that this right racist woman in her own stereotypes would work against her to spend some breach on me. You see what I'm saying? And mind you, again, no one knew about this, right? Some days or some weeks progressed. I don't remember how much time elapsed, but it was some time. I ain't gonna hold you. It was some time. And I had been to Miss Morella's class from this point, and she hadn't said too much to me about the note. It was just a thing of like, class continued. I was like, all right, it's cool. Like, these folks, like, they not, I almost sort of forgot about it a little bit. I'm not gonna hold you. Because it was like a random 1-2 thing that I thought about. Like, yes, I was scheming and playing, but it wasn't a scheme that I was schemizing for like days and weeks and months. You know what I mean? It was a quick on the fly 1-2, just a little finesse, right quick type shit. My cosmetologist was still talking to us about this bill. She was still like, hey guys, it's getting to the wire. Shaka Khan, I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and get to it, right? One day in particular, I go into history class, whatever have you. I'm putting my stuff down, I'm chilling, I'm talking to my friends, I'm vibing, I'm doing me, literally doing me. Miss Morella's like, Angel, can you come here right quick? I'm like, oh, for sure. I goes over, I'm like, yes. I'm gonna try to reenact it because it's actually mad funny. She was like, I read your note, I read your letter, and my friends are going to help you. They're gonna help you. They paid the bill, they sent a check to the school, and they paid your bill. I was like, wait, seriously? She was like, yes, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna do this. I was like, thank you, for real. She was like, you're welcome. I was like, thank you. I finessed shorty. I had to be for sure. She was being for sure. I was like, cool. Tomorrow, I'm about to go to the treasury in the office. I'm about to check. I'm about to go and check and see if they got this bill paid at the treasury. You dig what I'm saying? Like, not too much on me. Mind you, I still ain't told my mom about this. Because you got to understand, I didn't tell my mommy yet. Because I'm not going to tell her something that ain't for sure. You have got to understand me, okay? If you come from where I come from and you got to get shit by yourself, it's just like, until it's for sure, you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. I'm not going to hold it. Bam, 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 bam. Next day comes. I go into cosmetology. I tell my teacher, I'm like, shorty, let me go to the treasury. Because I got my bill paid, but I want to be for sure. I got everything in that bitch. My teacher know I'm poor. She knew, like, some of my strength and my trials and tribulations. I love my cosmetology teacher to this day. I wish her the best. But she knew a little bit of my trials and tribulations. She was like, you paid your bill? And I was like, sister, I think I did, sister. Let me go check, sister. So she was like, all right. I go. I check the treasury. It's this white lady with this good bob. I said, Miss Ma'am with this bob. My name is Angel Akia. Look that up and tell me what that balance says. She said, baby, you've been paid. Someone came and gave you a check. You've been taken care of, sister. I said, oh, I grabbed me a little piece of candy on the way out. I went to cosmetology, and you know what? I damn near jumped in the air and clicked my heels. God is good. And I went and thanked Miss Morello again. And then I'm not gonna lie, the rest of the year kind of proceeded. I kind of just acted like she was a regular teacher. And to be honest, she wasn't really tripping about the money. She wasn't acting like my savior or nothing. too much beyond that point. I give her that. You know what I mean? She was kind of cool on that. You dig what I'm saying? That is how I had my cosmetology bill paid that year. Next year, I ended up having to pay another $500. And so to pay that off, I missed prom and I just did a lot of hair. I did like 2 heads. I did makeup. I did nails. I did somebody's brows. Like, I took clients and I ended up making like $300 or $400 in a day or some shit. And I don't remember how I paid the rest of it off. I think I paid the rest of it off either by like some shit I had from work, or literally I made all of the money that I needed on prom night. I say all this to say that, you know, I've been joking and I've been making ha-has and he-he's, but I do got to get a little bit serious, just a little bit. People being racist towards you, people being ignorant towards you, people being prejudiced towards you is not a laughing matter. You know, it's traumatic, and a lot of times we as people of color, especially black people, especially myself, because in this life all I can do is speak for myself, not a monolith. In my life, it's easier to make a joke out of trauma, to make it lighthearted, to get you through your day. What did Wayne say? And just to keep from crying, I laugh. Yeah. I'm not finna act like this story is cute in regards to Miss Morella's behavior, because it is not. At the end of the day, it was still racism. It was still stereotypes. You understand what I'm saying? I just was able to find a way to play on her own beliefs to get what I needed done. I'll give her some props because she did not have to get her white friends to help me. She did not have to care. You know, I was lucky to be in a situation of someone who is just ignorant. You know, it is still racist, but, you know, it's not a prejudice. Like, she really wasn't trying to tear me down. She didn't tell my business. She didn't, after the fact, make it seem like she was a white savior and go around telling the school and all the kids, like, oh, I hope this poor black girl gets some money. She didn't do all of that. And for that, I'm grateful, and I can thank God for putting me in that situation. Because, again, I'm not to tell people my business as person, you know. And some things I wrote in the note was true. Like, we was poor. My father was a deadbeat. And we really ain't had no car, and we really ain't had no money. But I'm glad that it worked out in a positive way, and I was able to get something out of someone, you know, being ignorant towards me, or being, you know, stereotyping me. A lot of people don't get to get things out of it. I came from a predominantly black school. I've had a lot of white teachers tell us, you know, my black kids, that we ain't finna be nothing. It's really very the rapper story. Like, my teacher said I wasn't finna be shit. But, like, yeah, like, they do that. They dead was doing that. And so what I really want to say to you guys is, don't believe what people tell you about yourself. Even if you fit a stereotype, even if you fit, you know, the negative things people say about you, that has nothing to do with who your character is. That has nothing to do with who you choose to identify as, your individualism. That has nothing to do with your ambition. And that has nothing to do with your heart, okay? It's not your fault that life is a little hard to you in the beginning. It's not your fault that people look at you and they see one thing. That's not your fault. What matters is what you see when you look at yourself. Do you see stereotypes, or do you see somebody doing their best and that deserves all the great things? Because that's what I see. You do what you do. And take it from me, gang, I grew up with a lot of stereotypes. And to be honest, I didn't even know. I wasn't really aware that I fit stereotypes until I got older and really thought about it. Because it doesn't feel like that. Just keep that in mind, okay? Stereotypes is just fucking ridiculous. And they don't mean anything unless you make it mean something, okay? So, fuck it. You don't got no daddy, fuck it. You don't got no money for real, fuck it. It's your life to do with it what you choose, and how you begin is how you begin. But it's not how you're gonna end. Word to Kanye. I'm making a lot of quotes today, but I could let these dream killers kill my self-esteem, or use their arrogance as a reason to power my dreams. You know, I could have let what Shorty was saying to us get to me. I could have thought like, damn, I am poor. Damn, like, I don't have a father at home. Damn, like, I don't got no money to pay for my cosmetology. But instead, I literally used her stereotyping and her ignorance as a way to power my dreams. Shorty, you pay for my shit. Like, what are we talking about? That is it. That is all. That's all I had to say. like, comment, subscribe, and all the things if you so choose. If you like it here, I hope you like it here. Check out my other story times or my other videos in general. And if you don't want to do that, then I hope you find something that you do like watching. And like I say, and like I always say, be kind to others, and at the very least, be kind to yourself because you deserve it. I love y'all so much. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.